process video. This time I decided to try the 15-minute Bible journaling challenge, which you can find on the Illustrated Faith Facebook page, which I will link to below in the description. And today I decided to go back into my Begin Anew content. They gave us extra journaling prompts to take home with us and lots of extra ephemera and wordfetti. The first thing I decided to do was to lay down some watercolors so that could dry. At first I went in for my go-to mint blue-green sort of color, and then I decided that this grassy sort of green would actually work really well with the color palette, and I don't use it very often, so it was nice to use a different color. I also, if you notice, put a timer in the background. I did speed this video up, but that does show you kind of how long I spent on each part of the journaling process. And the verse that I'm journaling on today is from Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 8. He is like a tree planted by water that sends out its roots by the stream, and does not fear when heat comes, for its leaves remain green, and is not anxious in the year of drought, for it does not cease to bear fruit. I didn't have a real set plan of what I was going to do. I'd only taken like 3 to 5 minutes to pull together all my different ephemera, and so I do spend a tiny bit of time thinking, but one of the things that I loved about this challenge was that I didn't overthink. I really just kind of jumped in, and if I didn't know exactly what I wanted to, how I wanted it to look in the end, I would just make a choice and then move on from there. This washi tape is from the Marquee Love collection by Heidi Swapp, and I found a bunch of different wide, this was actually the thinnest one I found, but there were different wide ones that were on clearance at my Michael's. So you'll be seeing those in some of my upcoming posts because they're just so fun and different. So next I decided to lay down some journaling and just using a micron pen. And if you don't know what I'm talking about when I say Begin Anew, that was a workshop that recently took place in Atlanta, hosted by April, or Marine Parent on Instagram, and Shanna, who is the founder of Illustrated Faith. And they just spoiled us to death with all this stuff about succulents, and it's so pretty, and I was really happy to get some more time to spend playing around with it. This is the homespun lettering alpha stickers from Illustrated Faith, and they're kind of like a cardstock sticker. This is the pink version, pink polka dot one. And the cactus set also, I use some pieces from that sticker set as well. I had to kind of slide my stickers over because I forgot that I needed room for my S. But these stickers are pretty forgiving. They do let you kind of scooch them around pretty well. I also decided that I was going to use some elements that had orange in them when I looked at this sticker set, and I didn't really have any other orange on the page. I don't have any orange washi or anything, so I decided to go in with some more orange watercolor and lay that down. And the transition when you put two watercolors next to each other can kind of be tricky, but my tip for that is to take a clean brush and just use some plain water on it, and you might need a rag to dab, but for the most part just a plain water on a brush, and go over that area where the two colors meet, and you're kind of trying to like almost mop the paint up. So you're kind of lifting the two colors so that you kind of get this more of an ombre effect. And that's kind of what I did here, to just blend the two colors after the fact. Because this was only a 15-minute challenge, I decided not to go in with the heat tool, but to kind of just try and lay down some stickers in the dry parts that I had not put paint down. I laid this sticker down in the wrong place, and when I lifted it up, I actually did rip my wet paper a little bit. So I did kind of rush things. I could have slowed down, or I could have used the heat tool here, but I ended up fixing it later with some washi, so no harm, no foul. And I just trimmed the edges off. I learned this trick from HelloJillsky. I will link to her as well, but she does this all the time. She loves to bleed like her different elements and stickers and things off the edge of her page, and it always looks so cute, and I decided I would kind of try that here. So this is where I went in and fixed the rip in my paper just with some thin gold foil washi. And this card, this was also given to us at Begin Anew, and it is from the Adopt Shop on Instagram, and her stuff was so cute, and I decided that I really love this. It says, "Even in the desert, a cactus blooms," and it's actually referencing Isaiah 35:1, but I thought it was very fitting for the theme that I was doing here as well. And I finally figured out what I wanted to do with that green doily. Elaine Davis actually gave me that at the Begin Anew. She's such a sweetheart. And I wanted to use it in this layout. I was determined, but I pushed it around the page a lot, not knowing what to do with it, and finally just decided to staple it to my tip-in. This is actually a strip of fabric washi that I picked up from the washi remnants table at Begin Anew as well. And I had not used fabric washi in my Bible before, and I just loved it. It's really nice for a tip-in because it's very durable, and when you're flipping back and forth, it doesn't feel like it might kind of come apart on you. I decided to add a little bit more gold washi in another even thinner strip, just to kind of add another element under the page. I had picked up, basically after going to Begin Anew, they had all these different kinds of washi, like different fat ones and thin ones that I got to play with, and so I've kind of been slowly adding to my collection to get some different thicknesses, because I think that's fun and it adds a little extra dimension. And then you can always tear them any different which way, like you'll see me doing here, tearing them in half or tearing them off at the edge, or however you want, but it's just nice to have that variety. And then one of my favorite elements are these enamel hearts. I have not yet purchased a set of these from Illustrated Faith, so I was super excited when we got them in our kits, and I think it just adds this like shiny like little pop of color, and it's so cute and it makes me happy. I finished it off with a little stamp of the date and also that clip on top, which was from Franne Martine. She was a sweetheart and gave me that at the conference as well, and I will link to her in the description below. I hope you enjoyed, and I love this challenge and hope to post more. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and also give my Instagram a follow if you want more inspiration and tips.